Hi everyone. So we're going to have a look at Pharrell Williams' website, and it's a little bit different to Taylor Swift's. When you first go onto the website, it says, "Welcome to PharrellWilliams.com. Discover Pharrell's world through his fans." So you click on that, and then you get into this quite unconventional layout where it says each card represents a fan's favorite project. And basically, the fans have made the content for the homepage of the website, and each card that is created by a fan links to one of the pages on the website, which is one of Pharrell Williams' things that he's interested in. So obviously there's music, but there's other aspects that we're going to have a look at in a second. And I think this is important for you to consider, how by having the fans as the focus for the website, he's obviously trying to get engagement from them. And thinking about uses and gratifications theory, this might help people personally identify with Pharrell Williams, because it's like they're becoming a part of his brand by being one of the cards on his website. So we're going to be having a look at the next page. So this is on the sidebar. So we've got music, TV and film, social good, art and design, and fashion. And you can also navigate by clicking on one of the cards to get to one of the areas. So if you click on music, you come to this page. And it's important to note that Pharrell Williams is both a producer and a performer. So in his role as producer, he collaborates with lots of other artists. So you'll see in the songs bit, there's lots of other artists in there, and that's because he's produced the tracks for them. So if you click on one of those, it takes you to ways in which you can purchase that record, how you can give some money in order to download it. We've also got exclusive content on there. So we've got this exclusive video of him performing at this Chanel gig. And one of the things about the website is it's for fans. This is a way in which fans can go onto the website and get exclusive content that they otherwise wouldn't be able to get. We've obviously got the music videos up there, and we've said how important those are in creating a brand identity and establishing the star persona. And it's important to note that Pharrell Williams uses his status as a successful music artist to help launch other people's careers. So he's got this brand called I Am, and which does a lot of stuff. But one of the things it does is it's a record label in its own right. And he uses this as a platform to help develop other people's careers. So obviously music is an important part of Pharrell Williams, and we're looking at this in the context of the music industry. But he's used his status as a well-known and successful music artist to help develop his interest in other areas. For example, we're going to have a look at the film and TV page. So he's been the executive producer on this film called Dope, which I would recommend you have a look at the trailer for, and it's a very good film if you want to watch it. So this is focusing, it's pretty much all black cast, and it's important for you to think about that, because often what Pharrell Williams does when he takes part in a project, he often gives voices and gives a platform to people from ethnic minorities, basically to get them in a place that they can be successful. And we're going to be having a look at how he does that in some different aspects too. So he's been the executive producer on that, which basically means that he's spent a lot of money in order to be on the sort of decision-making process part of the film. He's also been a judge on The Voice, which is obviously, we've got The Voice in the UK as well. So like a TV talent show. He's been on the soundtrack for Hidden Figures, which is about 3 African American NASA scientists who were basically, their role was very important during the space race in the 1960s. But why it's called Hidden Figures is because history kind of forgot about them until quite recently, when their role became much more celebrated, particularly through that film. And we've also got he makes documentaries. So, for example, we've got this one, Others, by Hypebeast. And we've also got this project called Stereotypes, which is looking at issues of racism and implicit bias. And this is a kind of TV project where, again, he's using his status as an African American artist to highlight different causes. So in terms of social issues, social good, he's done several things. So he was involved in the International Day of Happiness, where he spoke at the United Nations, and he's done this project called FOTA, From One Hand to Another, which is about setting up projects in areas where there's high ethnic minorities in America. He's got this thing called a collaborative fund, where it's basically people can go to this collaborative fund and say, I want to set up this business, and the collaborative fund will lend them money for it. And he's also done some other things. He's very interested in plastic pollution. So he's done a documentary called The Plastic Age. And in general, he's kind of using his status as a successful artist in order to kind of do social good. But I think this also might make him more likable to fans, because it makes him seem like a real person who's concerned about real issues. People don't really like it when people are kind of too flashy with their wealth and are kind of detached from real life and real people. So this kind of makes him seem like relatable, because, oh, look, he's a good person. He's doing all of this kind of thing with his money. And obviously the link to the International Day of Happiness is because his song Happy was very successful, and that became a global, worldwide hit. So as well as music and film and social good, he's also interested in art and design. So he's done a lot of collaboration with some other artists, such as Daniel Arsham and Xavier Vielhan. And he's made a children's book, The Happy Book. And he's made like a line of chairs. So this is one of them, the tank chair. And this is obviously something he's just personally interested in, art and design. And he's wealthy enough and successful enough that he can use his status to basically do whatever he likes. And collaboration is a really important aspect of his brand. So he's done collaboration with this bike company, Velo Bike, and he's done collaboration with these artists. And we're going to have a look in a second at the fashion page, where he's done much more collaboration. So he's done collaboration with G-Star Raw, and he's made this bionic yarn, which is made out of plastic from the ocean, to ocean plastic that gets blown in from landfill sites into the oceans, and they basically collect it all up and make thread from it. He's done a lot of collaboration with Adidas, and he has his own kind of sub-brand page in Adidas. And he's got his own clothing brand called Billionaire Boys Club, which you might be familiar with. He's done some like high-end collaboration. So he does modelling for Louis Vuitton and Chanel. And he's also done this interesting collaboration with Moncler, which is a French brand, where he's made this sort of designer bulletproof vest, which is kind of an interesting thing for him to be designing. And he helps launch these other brands. So, for example, got this brand Ice Cream, and it's something that he's obviously very interested in. And I think kind of what we're establishing from looking at all of this is that he's obviously a successful music artist, but he's also an entrepreneur. So an entrepreneur is somebody who sets up their own businesses, and he's got an entrepreneurial mindset. and part of that it comes through the collaboration and the kind of helping other brands out. And I think kind of collaboration and entrepreneurship and being a bit of an innovator, so not doing maybe what people